Alrighty, folks, we're now 7-1 with a push in our last 9 college basketball tier membership picks on my premium site. And I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of the video. But for now, welcome to my NBA free pick video here today for Tuesday, January 23rd, 2024. Of course, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks right here on YouTube since 2016. And if you want to see which one of these free plays on these videos that I actually like the best, you may want to think about signing up for a membership on my premium site. And once again, I'll explain more about that at the end of the video. The site is patreon.com/BrockPage. But with that in mind, let's go ahead and dive right into some free content. We're going to start off with the Nuggets at the Pacers. That'll be a 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Denver's minus 4.5, totals 240. Now, the Nuggets got the W in 7 out of their last 10, and they are one of the better road defensive teams in the game. These guys are in the top 3 in the league in defensive points per game while traveling. They're also in the top 5 in the West in grabbing defensive boards. And a lot of that is thanks to the Joker, Nikola Jokic. He's averaging 11.9 boards a night, and he leads the roster in points. And scoring-wise, Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr., they're both drilling over 40% of their long balls, respectively. Now, of course, they're facing one of the worst defensive teams in the league in Indiana. These guys are dead last in guarding the field goal. And aside from allowing over 123 points a game, the Pacers are also giving up more second-quarter points than any other roster in the league. Now, injury-wise, the leading scorer, Tyrese Halliburton's listed as questionable. Jackson and Nembhard are also day-to-day. The Pacers are 15-6 to the over at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Meanwhile, Denver saw 5 out of their last 9 get over the line themselves. Overs against the likes of the Sixers, Pelicans, and Detroit. Give me the Nuggets minus 4.5, over 240. Next matchup, Knicks-Nets, 7:30 p.m. East. New York's the 4-point favorite, totals 223. Now, the Knicks have been very tough to score against this season. They're in the top 3 in defensive points per game, and they've been dominant underneath the basket. New York's grabbing more defensive boards a game than any other lineup except for one. Julius Randle snagging nearly double-digit rebounds a game, second on the roster in scoring. Meanwhile, Jalen Brunson averages a team-high 26.5 points a night himself. And he's also drilling 42% of his 3 balls. Now, they're taking on a sputtering Brooklyn squad who lost 8 out of their last 10. And they covered the point spread in just 20% of those ball games. When it comes to guarding the 3 ball, well, these guys are allowing a ton of 3-pointers per game. They're in the bottom 5 in the league in 3 balls allowed per contest. And aside from some poor rebounding on D, the Nets also give up a ton of points late. They're in the bottom 10 in fourth quarter points allowed. Now, injury-wise, New York's mostly healthy except for Isaiah Hartenstein. He's questionable with an ankle. And when it comes to the total, the Knicks saw their last 5 straight stay under the number, 9-1 of the under in their last 10. Meanwhile, Brooklyn went 60% to the under in their last 10 themselves. Give me the Knicks minus 4, under 223. Next game, Blazers, Thunder, 8 o'clock Eastern start time. OKC's minus 13.5, totals 234 and a hook. And aside from going 16-5 in their own building, OKC's also covered the point spread in a whole bunch of games there. Out of those 21 contests on their home court, OKC covered in over 76% of those outings. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander averages over 31 points a game, and he's making 55% of his attempts from the field. Meanwhile, Williams, Dort, Joe, Wallace, Wiggins, the other Williams, Mann, Bertans, and Waters, they're all drilling over 40% of their 3-pointers respectively. So it should come as no surprise, OKC's a top 3 point-producing team in the NBA. Now, they're facing a Portland squad on the other side who tends to bury themselves very early in games. They're allowing more first-quarter points than any other roster in the league. When it comes to offensive production, well, nobody's shooting it worse from the field than Portland. These guys are dead last in offensive field goal percentage. Now, injury-wise, Sharp and Brown are still out for the Blazers. Olivier Sarr inactive for the Thunder. OKC's gone 60% to the over in their last 10 outings. They also went 13-8 to the over in their own arena. Now, Portland's seen 60% of their in-conference road games get over the line. Give me OKC minus 13.5, over 234 and a hook. Next game, Jazz Pelicans, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off. New Orleans is minus 7, totals 239. Now, the Pels have struggled with Utah in recent meetings. They're 3-7 straight up in their last 10 head-to-head battles with the Jazz, and they failed to cover the point spread in 80% of those meetings. And a big issue for the Pelicans for some reason has been defensive rebounding at home. They're in the bottom 5 in the West in defensive boards in their own building. And they're facing a Utah team who's played some really good basketball over the past handful of weeks. The Jazz went 7-3 straight up in their last 10. And they covered the number in 70% of those contests. Lauri Markkanen's leading the roster in scoring and rebounds. John Collins is making over 50% of his attempts from the field. When it comes to the total, the Jazz saw unders against the likes of the Pacers, Nuggets, and Sixers. And out of their last 10 meetings with the Pelicans, the under cashed in 70% of those gatherings. So if you're into historical trends, plenty of unders to go around. Give me Utah plus 7, under 239. And with that, folks, we're going to dive into our next and final pick for the video. It's going to be in that Lakers-Clippers game, 10 o'clock Eastern tip-off. The Clippers are the 8-point favorite, totals 232. And as good as the Lakers have been in the crypt this season, it's actually the Clippers who've been better. The Clips are 18-4 straight up in their own building, and they've certainly handled the Lakers handily in recent gatherings. Out of their last 10 meetings with the Lakers, the Clips got the W 8 times. As far as this season's concerned, well, no one's shooting the three ball better than the Clippers. These guys are making 40% of their three-pointers as a team. Kawhi Leonard's drilling nearly 45% of his long balls, club leader in scoring. Meanwhile, Paul George is averaging 23 points a game himself. He's also drilling 41% of his three balls. Now, they're facing a Laker club who struggles guarding the three-pointer themselves. As a matter of fact, they're allowing more three-pointers a game than any other franchise in the NBA. When it comes to defensive woes, well, the Lakers tend to bury themselves early. They're in the bottom 3 in first quarter points allowed. Now, injury-wise, Zubac is still out for the Clips. Diabate is still inactive. Meanwhile, for the Lakers on the other side, LeBron's been scratched for them. 5 out of the Lakers' last 9 ball games got over the total. Overs against the likes of the Blazers, Nets, and Jazz. Meanwhile, the Clippers went 6-3 to the over in their last 9. Give me the Clippers minus 8, over 232. And with that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Give me the Nuggets minus 4.5, over 240. New York Knicks minus 4, under 223. Thunder minus 13.5, over 234 and a hook. I'm 7-1 with a push in my last 9 college basketball tier package picks on my premium site. Utah Jazz plus 7, under 239. With my next and final free pick, give me the Clippers minus 8, over 232. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. Now, if you do end up getting a membership here tonight on my premium site at patreon.com/BrockPage, just a friendly reminder, you're going to receive access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. It gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, guys, gotta thank you for joining me right here on the free video. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium site at patreon.com/BrockPage.